Welcome and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your December 2020 tarot card reading. This is the festive season and so I am in my Christmas shirt, but I am aware that this Christmas is going to be very different for the majority of us in a lot of ways, and so I want to use the spread this month to delve into some of our past situations, our present and future situations. So the reading will be a little bit different to how I usually do it this month, but I'm hoping that will help us pick up on more of what we can expect from this season, which is going to be so different. If you would like to check out your free 3-card tarot spread, you can do that by clicking on the link beneath this video. You can also order your digital spreads, or indeed reach out to me for a one-to-one consultation. But without further ado, let's get into this reading for your specific zodiac sign. This will be for your sun sign or your rising sign. For me personally, I find that tarot works best with my sun, but that is just me. So please feel free to watch your rising sign as well. So let's see what the cards hold for you this month. Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your monthly tarot card reading for December 2020. Let's see what this month's significator card holds for you then, Scorpio. So we have the 8 of coins here reversed. Your significator card means that this is something that may be a bit of a running theme for you this month, or maybe something that takes up quite a lot of your month. So the 8 of Pentacles typically is about, learning, about higher knowledge, about education. And reversed, it means here that there are opportunities here for you, Scorpio. But you might not just receive this, gilded invitation to take them up. It's about being very much more proactive than maybe you have been recently. If you feel like you have become trapped in very mundane aspects of your life, and this has been detrimental to you and your long-term planning, this is very much about looking up from that grindstone that you've been working so hard on. Don't waste your energy on these short-term plans, which, may produce fast results, but offer you very little in the way of profit, or offer you very little in the way of just feeling abundant, not just financially, but just like emotionally, your fulfillment in general. So maybe a little bit of rethinking. And I don't feel that's just you, Scorpio. I feel like a lot of us, especially with COVID, it's got us rethinking our lives. It's got us rethinking our structure. And as the year comes to a close, that's going to be very much at the forefront for you. Now, the card here that comes up for your past card is the Hierophant reversed, or the Pope reversed. This is very much a card about being traditional, sticking to the rules. And because he's reversed here, I feel like you have in your past life been a bit of a rule breaker, or at least somebody who wants to go off and do it your own way. You're not so concerned with doing things the way that other people are telling you to do it. This is about pushing against that conformity. This is so much more bohemian than sticking to the status quo. When he's upright, it's telling you to do something very serious. Put away your kaftan and your tie-dye shirt. You've got to be in your suit and jacket. But when it's reversed, it's saying, actually, no, this is much more about embracing the here and now. It's about being more radical. It's about thinking about off-the-wall solutions to problems, whether this is in your relationship, romantic relationships, business, friendships, education. Any advice with this should be taken with a pinch of salt, because you really do know your own path, Scorpio. So good for you, basically. Although this is a past card, it has set you up for some brilliant things to come, I feel. Now, your present situation here is the 3 of Pentacles. This is the card of teamwork, working together. So many signs have pulled this card for this month, and what makes it even more potent really is because we're not pulling as many cards, because it is the end of the year and I wanted it to be super focused on just key messages. So the fact that many signs have pulled this card really does echo echo a sense of cooperation and working together. This is definitely not the time to be going it alone. You know, your best work and your best chance of good results is being part of a team. You will reap riches, you'll gain goods if you're organized and you follow some instruction. There will be some hard work involved, but I do think your efforts will be really well rewarded. It's also about showing off the areas of your skill. It isn't about blowing your own trumpet and being arrogant, but it is about just showing what it is that you're good at. And I feel like this is the sort of energy you're in. You don't want any more than other people working just as hard as you, but you do want your fair share, and so you should have it. And then your future situation for coming to the end of this month is the Knight of Pentacles. So you could receive some news when this card comes up surrounding your finances, definitely. Especially if you have been waiting for some kind of check in the mail or something that has been owed to you in some way, because knights generally represent messages. This card also asks you to think about your character in general. You know, ask yourself those questions. Am I being hardworking enough? Am I being reliable enough? And if the answer is yes, and you still don't seem to be heading in the direction you want to go, this is about being like you have been in the past, branching out, not sticking to those tried and tested routes. You know, it's all well and good being the hardest working person in the workplace, but if your heart isn't in the job and you're gazing out the window, wanting to be anywhere else in the world, it's something to assess, because it's such a shame, you know, we spend our days dreaming of doing something different, but we're somewhere that we don't want to be. So it's very important to think about all of the things that you may want to change up in your life. It could even mean that you feel like you're giving off a bit of a cold vibe to other people, when really inside your heart is this volcano just wanting to erupt, just wanting to show all your gifts and talents, but you're holding part of yourself back because maybe you've been hurt in the past. And it's understandable that you'd want to save yourself some hurt. But how can you grow, whether that's in your career or your romantic life, if the people involved don't know how you feel? So if you're not happy in work, if you're not happy in your relationship, you've got to speak out and try and come up with some solutions to make all of these things a lot more enjoyable for you, because life has to have those moments of enjoyment. Yes, there is always hard work in life, and sometimes that hard work is worth it, but it's also got to be smart work, something that you really want to get your teeth into, something that you value. So a lot of reassessing where you're at the end of the year, but I think that's a beautiful way to end the year, actually. It's a culmination of all the things that perhaps you've learned about yourself in this lockdown. And what an exciting place to finish the year, in my opinion. Exciting in the way that you don't know what the next step is. And that means that there's a lot of opportunities open for you, Scorpio. So there you have your December 2020 tarot card reading. I'm really honoured to have shared this space with you this month. Thank you so much for joining me. And until we speak again next month, I'm sending you lots of warm wishes and a very merry and peaceful Christmas.